Monday. Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. You know, I got asked last time what that song was. That is actually one of the YouTube songs. It's called Jupiter One. So that's under your Creator Studio. I always liked that one, so I figured I'd start using it for intros, instead of just bam, we're there. All that good stuff. So, how are you? Welcome. Who's ready to go flying today? I hope you are, because I sure am. Need to get things all set up here in a little bit, so we're just getting started. Letting people trickle in, do their thing, all that good stuff. And here we are, greeted with the MD-80. We'll put sim brief away for right now. The Rotate MD-80. Hello, hello. Guys, you don't have to donate, but if you would like to, you could always do it through the good old YouTube thing if you want to, but never do I ever expect it or ask for it. But yeah, nice way to wake up there, Gardner. Check out this airplane. This is the Rotate MD-80. I'm finally flying. Now, this is in a turnaround state, meaning I just flew it in from St. Louis, and we just, all the passengers are off it. Similar as if you go to the airport and you're there waiting for your airplane and it comes taxiing in, and everybody's cleaning it and they're doing everything they need to and filling up the bags have already been loaded and everything. So we're gonna get some information here pretty soon of what we're supposed to put in there. But for the most part, yeah, we're just hanging out right here. Check out the cockpit. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? Yeah, it does, because it is. It's a very, very beautiful airplane. And I'll be getting better and better at it, so I figured I would do a live stream of it today instead of American Truck or something like that, like we normally do, Yeah, if it lags out today, I mean, GTA 5 asks for a lot, and don't be forewarned, my voice is leaving me a little bit, but we press on. The allergies have been taking a toll on it, and I don't know, it just got worse and worse and worse. Last night I completely almost lost it, but I had it today and I was like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and continue anyway. But hello, everybody. Hello. Why do I prefer X-Plane over Prepared? LM over. Mainly because the blade, whatever the physics they use, feel like real airplanes to me. I really like it a lot. So yeah, we are here on the ground, and we basically just need to file a flight plan and all that good stuff. We're going to go to Memphis, so let's go ahead and open SimBrief up. We'll make it big. New flight. Yes, we want to create a new flight. We're going to be American Flight 711, my birthday. And we're going to do MCI, and we're going to be arriving at Memphis. We might see traffic in Memphis, actually, because I have ground routes and stuff there for world traffic. That's all good there. Airframe is going to be an MD-80. So MD-83, there she is. It's going to do its thing. And we're going to be doing the Racer 5 departure, Springfield transition, Wool intersection, the Barbecue 1 arrival. Gotta love that. So once we have that in there, we say generate OFP. Yes. And this is going to generate a briefing package for us. Yes, we are definitely doing IFR today, because the ceiling's been pretty crappy. Here in St. Louis today, it's actually snowing outside, so there you have that. All right, what we got here? Racer 5, they went flight level 330. We can have a little brief of our flight here. We're going to be departing out of Kansas City, Overland Park, heading down to Springfield, Missouri, crossing, the southern part of Missouri into Arkansas, and then we're going to be almost outside of Jonesboro, and we're going to shoot around it and then do the Barbecue 1 arrival into Memphis. That's what we're doing today. I hope you enjoy. I am Just doing a couple more things here before we get going. Put that away. All right, fantastic. And I can see you again. Sorry. Hey, Toilet Guy Productions, welcome, dude. How you doing? How you doing? So here's our information that we need. Mainly weights right here. That's what we're gonna want. So fuel's gonna be 24,000 pounds. Let's just go ahead and take care of that now. So fuel is gonna be 24,000 pounds of it. So let's get 24,000 going there, just like that. And then we can open SimBrief again. And they say that our takeoff weight's gonna be 136.5. So payload weight, you gotta bring that up to 136.5, right down there. Beautiful. So we have our fuel 3.7, we have our alternate and, you know, reserves and all that good stuff. And we'll look at that SimBrief here in just a few moments for some more information, but we're just getting everything all set up. So let's start by just doing small little checks here. Since this is a turnaround state, you know, the airplane's already running, so I don't have to worry about a lot of, you know, startup procedure stuff like the start pump and all that kind of stuff. We'll go ahead and turn that guy on for now. Fuel heat is off. Fuel tanks are on. Emergency lights are armed. Seatbelt signs are off right now because we're going to turn it on now since passengers are sitting down. You know that sound. Captain Pitot heat is on. Airfoil, we're going to turn that on because it's a little cold outside for now. Just make sure it's okay on our departure out of here. APU is running right now and the air is on. Let's come up here. Circuit breakers are good. Thunderstorm lights, all that good stuff. Let's just do a quick stall test.
Stall.
Let's do a max speed. Whoop. Overspeed. All right, that's all good. Yaw damper's on. Supplies are on right now, so AC is getting pumped, or heat or whatever is getting pumped back there to the passengers. Everything else looks absolutely great. So let's get started with the grand ol' FMC. That's always gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, so reference airport. Let's go KMCI. And execute that guy so he knows where we're at. That's always what you want. Let's do so performance is what we want right here. Performance, we can just click on it and it will automatically give us the new weights like that. So fuel weight, it's going to be 112.2. Reserves, now I'm not really sure. I'm learning with SimBrief, but I'm pretty sure that they give us that information here under fuel. If we look right here, there's fine reserves 5.7. So I've been just doing 5.7 because I'm not sure if that's what it is or not. So 5.7 with a cost index of 100. Remember, the flight level is going to be a little bit different. They said they want us at, sorry. What's it? 330. Yeah, flight level 330. Okay, so flight level 330 today. We'll just go 330. Bam. And the cruising winds, we can find that out also by having SimBrief up and looking at the planned winds. So let's go down here to that. Wind information, flight level 330, 340 at 60. So 340 at 60 is what it's going to be. Well, did my mouse stop working? Nope. Okay, 340 at 60. So we just go 340/60. There's the cruise winds. All right, so now it knows that. Transition altitude is going to be 18,000. Like I said, cost index is 100 from what it said there. Execute that guy. Let's look at takeoff is going to give us new V speeds here. So let's get a new EPR, 4 degrees Celsius. Weights have changed a little bit. V speeds are going to change to 152, 156, and 163. There we go. So route and departure. This is the departure and arrival page now. So remember, they want us doing the, what is it, the racer or something arrival. I always forget what it was. Racer 5 Springfield transition. Okay. So departing the Racer 5. So we're going to go runway 1 left departure, Racer 5 with the Springfield transition. Execute that guy. And departure arrival page again, and arriving via Oh, we haven't put that in yet. So, duh. Go to route. Got to put in Memphis now. We're going to Memphis. Destination looks good. Everybody else looks happy there. Execute that guy. Now, what I want to do is bring this up one more time because we need to see a little bit of information here. And that is the departure out of Kansas City. Winds are 33011 knots, 10 to 2 miles of visibility. We've got broken at 2,500, broken at 3,400, and broken at 4,600. A lot of layers there. But we're looking at Memphis. Winds are 32012, gust 19, so right out of the north. So that's all we really care about there is what's going on in the north there. So let's go to departure arrival, arriving Memphis via the barbecue 1, and we're going to land on runway, whatever the most northern runway you can get there. Probably ILS runway, we could do 36 right. Yeah, we'll do one. Yeah, 36 right. And remember, they gave us a transition. Let's just double check and make sure we have that. Looks like it's DCT in the hole. So hole's going to be the transition. Execute that guy. All right, guys. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. Face cam just takes up way too much room on what you already can see here on, you know, and I don't want to eat that all up with some stupid stuff like that. All right. So that's all good to go. Let's just go to our legs page and look for discos. There's going to be discos there. What we're going to do is not worry about the MCI. So we would just fly back onto it again. So we're just going to delete these guys out of here. We're going to go direct to grilled out of runway 1 left with Bum, Springfield. We're going to delete the discos that are in here. And looks like it's going to be Springfield to Hull. And then next page is going to be Hoog, Barbecue, Fincher, Reedy, Jesty, Beert, Lunar, Bowen, Jimga, Jawa, all that good stuff. Fantastic. There's a disco there. We got to delete that. These are usually discos due to the vectors and stuff. Hayden, McGee, and runway 36 right. All right, so let's look at this again. So what we do is we hit execute on that, right? So back here, and we can put this guy over into plan mode like that, so we can see. And now we can step through and make sure it's going to make sense. So starting off of runway 1 left, we're going to be going to grilled intersection. We're going to go to Bravo Uniform Mike VOR. We're going to go to Springfield VOR, Hull intersection, Hoog intersection. Keep stepping. Barbecue, Fincher, Ready, Jesty, Beert, Lunar, Bowen. There's Jigma, Jawa, Hayden, McGee, and runway 36 right, our arrival. Fantastic. All right, cool. So that's all pretty much set. I'm pretty happy with the with all that. Let's go ahead and go to our range back to 10, and we can put this guy back on map mode. Oh, let's go range. Yeah, range of 10's fine. So the FMC is set up. So we just go to the menu, and we want to be on the takeoff page. That's what you want for your departure. So that's all set. Let's have a look outside. If it'll load. It's being a little slow. You're not gonna, no need to see your webcam, guys. It takes up way too much space. So yeah, I saw that beanbag shotgun, dude. Thank you. Not sure if I'll use that. I mean, I'll check it out and see what it's like, but I appreciate it. But please stop spamming it. I mean, if you keep spamming it, I'm just gonna have to time you out, or a mod will do it. But Adrian, allergies are not the best. Absolutely not the best. So you haven't missed anything, Brayton. We're just doing pre-flight and getting everything set to go. So let's go ahead and let them know we're done. Go to plugins, ground handling, drive away all. Bye-bye. And let's go to the control panel and hide. I don't want that crap. So they're moving away. I'll let you guys watch this where they drive away, and there goes the fuel truck, goes the belt loaders, there goes Gate Gourmet's catering truck backing away here very soon. Hey, the Android guy 564, welcome to the channel, buddy. Welcome. Yeah, I love the old American livery, especially on the MD-80. Nice. That's awesome. Your dad flies the MD-80. Well, here she is in all her glory, that's for sure. Why is that guy still there? Well, he's going to take a while, I guess. No bother. We're just going to go ahead and, again, in the FMC, I'm going to go to the menu, aircraft management, and I'm going to close the cargo doors and close the front door, the cabin door. And we're going to let flight attendants know we're pretty much close to being ready to go. Let's check the hydraulics over here. Make sure that's good. Let's go trans on and aux on. There they go. The numbers are climbing. Beautiful. Let's do a really quick stuff here. Let's go to page 1. Page 1, please. Cockpit. We're good there for cockpit preparation. No need. Flight plan is filed. ATIS is checked. We do want to make sure we get our altimeters correct. So let's see what that was. Remember, I always like to have it on the departure and arrival destination here. So we've got altimeter 3038. So let's do that. 3038. There's 3038. Fantastic. Clearance is received. GCP MCP. Let's set that up now. We're going to do initial altitude of 5,000 feet. And we're going to do a vertical speed of about 2,000. There we go. We'll set vertical speed right there on that guy. Speed, we're going to set that guy to 250 so we don't exceed it. It's not going to matter because we're going to switch to VNAV mode anyway. This is just a nice backup to have. And a heading, we're going to move that guy to, it's already on 001, so that's fantastic there. For heading mode, we can just click that. Heading select is good. And MCP panel is pretty much set. Fantastic. Alrighty. AHRS alignment is verified. FMS GPS is checked. Required fuel. We've got 24,332 pounds on board. Altimeters have been checked. Airspeed bugs. V speeds are right there. Navigation radios. We're not worried about that. Flight instruments have been checked. We're at 3038. ATC frequencies, no big deal. Flight plan checklist complete. All right, before start checklist. We have to do a power back out of here because I don't have a damn pushback plug-in, which sucks. Okay, I don't know what that was all about. But, let's have another look outside before we get everything away. Okay, there's everybody back there. Let's just go ahead and tell them to go bye-bye. Okay, they're good. They're gone. Chalks are gone. Everybody is happy. Let's go ahead and we're just doing our final pre-flight where we would do the walk around, make sure you know all the doors are closed, nobody left anything open, and all looks wonderful. So back to the airplane, and parking brake is set. Let's go ahead and do before start checks. Engine igniters, set for parking brakes. Thrust levers idle. APU air is on. Yep, yes it is. Pneumatic cross feeds, that's what we need. These two white guys back here, boom, boom. They are open. Pneumatic pressure verified. Fantastic. Air conditioning supplies are gonna come off. All right. Fuel tank pumps as required. Pushback clearances received. Startup clearances received. Engine igniters going to A today. And beacon is on. Let's turn our ground lights on as well, and wing lights. And we are ready to start. So the beacon will be running outside if you look. There it is there. That means that we're signaling the ground crew, right? We're going to start the engines up, start moving here in a little bit. So let's go ahead and start it up. It's pretty simple to do. Once everything's all set on the upper panel, all we have to do is open the start valve on the right. And there it goes. We're going to monitor. So we're watching N2. N2 is going to hit about 20. When it hits 20, we're going to introduce fuel into that engine. So that's what we're doing there. Well, thank you, Adrian. I appreciate it. Let's see, where are you at? There you are. I'll put you in a timeout, bud. That's 21. Give it the fuel. And we have an engine coming to life. We'll let it stabilize and we'll close that start valve. And check this out. Here's a nice wing view for you that you know and love if you go fly commercially. All right, so that engine is coming online now. Beautiful. Start valve can be closed. And we are clear to start engine 1. Turning 1. Ninja MC Gaming. This X-Plane is about $60. You can get it on sale sometimes for like 30 around the holidays. But that's for global and you get all of the world. So pretty awesome. This airplane here was $60. It's not study level, but it is pretty good stuff. All right, 20. There we go. Wonderful. 26 and climbing. Bye, Hank Hill. All right, fantastic. That's going up. And it is stabilizing. Coming on down to 319. Yeah, Jake, I hear you, bud. More words will be added to the ban list. Don't worry. It just takes a while for all that to get used to, for us to add more and more stuff. All right, fantastic. Let's just go ahead and run up here. Go to the menu, and we're going to look at the takeoff page, and we see here, we will look at our CG. CG percent MAC is going to be 1. So what we do with the flight computer here is we dial in the CG to 1, flap 11 takeoff there, and then you can see long trim and 9. There's the green little dot. We're going to pull back our trim here and match it, and there we go. Trim is set. So let's go ahead and release the parking brake, and we're going to just do a little small power back here by opening the reversers and adding a little bit of power until we start moving back. A little more power on that. There it goes, right like that. Since I don't have a pushback plug-in, we have to do it the old way they used to do it back in the 80s. The V1 speed is 152 today, right there. We have a pretty full flight down to Memphis today. Jake B978. To me, X-Plane is. I prefer X-Plane. I think it's a lot more realistic, so. The Dark Realm, no. No LSPDFR live stream today. That was yesterday. The thumbnail is LSPDFR because you probably didn't refresh, brudda. Brudda. All right, we are pushing back ever so slightly. Left start valves open. Always watch for our annunciator there. All right, it's good. Windshield, anti-fog, all that good stuff. It's wonderfully fantastic. There's a 757 over there. Let's go ahead and spin ourselves out of here a little bit. We're adding power as if we were getting pushed back by a tug, so that's what's going on there. Bit more power. Do I know Steve the Gamer? Yes, I do, DJ. Of course I do. He's in code 0 with me. All right, coming back. Next American Truck Live Simulator, or American Truck Simulator live stream? Not sure. You know, I'll be doing a video on it on Tuesday anyway, so it's not a big deal. So that's what's up with that. All right, that's probably going to be good enough there. Let's go ahead and bring those guys back there and pull the parking brake. And let's open up our checklist. All right, so after start checklist, engine igniters are gonna go off. APU, they want it on for now, but we're actually gonna kill it because we're gonna be on the gens now. Let's turn off the APU buses, and we will start the cool down mode of the APU and turn the air off for the APU. Pitot is on captain. Airfoils as required. Air conditioning supplies are coming to auto, so the people back there will have air blowing again. Pneumatic cross feeds. Those are going to come back to closed. There we go. 2 are closed. All right. Hydraulic system. It's going to be the co-pilot side. And we're going to go. Those are all on and they look good. Checked and set. After start, checklist complete. All right. Taxi is going to be next. Taxi clearance has been received. Taxi lights coming on. TRP, ART set for, what is that? Takeoff. Yep, set for takeoff. That's our EPR. Flight controls. Let's go ahead and test those guys. Free and correct. Flaps and slats. Flaps 11. Coming down now. And you know how whenever you get pushed back from the gate, you'll be back here and you'll see the flaps coming down there. That's what we just did. All right. Wonderful. Okay. Let's get that back open. Aileron rudder and stab trim is zeroed. Transponder is on. Anti-ice as required. Takeoff briefing has been complete. We're doing the Racer 5 out of here. Cabin report obtained. Taxi checklist is complete. So we have the taxi. We go ahead and remove our parking brake, add a little bit of power. And we are off to the races. How about that? Let's go ahead and taxi out of here in one piece. Let's double check our speed brakes armed. We'll do the auto brakes here in a second. There we go. So auto brakes are going to go to RTO. Takeoff mode. We can adjust our panel lights where we want them for the flood. There we go. Make it nice and a little dimmer than it is there. But we are taxiing out of here. Looking good, looking good. But once we get up at altitude, I'll be able to talk to you guys a little bit more than I can right now. Right now, it's hectic getting out of here in one piece. Takeoff of the taxiway. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. The climb speed I'm not worried about on the MCP Sweden, mainly because the airplane is not a study level sim airplane, and I haven't been able to get it to where it works with the EPR correctly. So what I do is I just set takeoff power based off of the ART, and then once that is established and we have positive rate and we're climbing, I can either go to auto throttles for that, but I go auto throttles and then VNAV, so the airplane's FMS will take care of the speed. It knows not to speed under 10,000 feet and all that good stuff. So we just do that, and then once we are turning on course, we're going to go ahead and activate the FMS. Scary puppy, just so you know, you'll be timed out for emote spamming. Nightbot does not like that. So the first defense is 5 seconds. Next time you do it, it's like 600, I think. Merrick, my weekend's going well, man. Thanks for asking. Appreciate that. There are no other planes in X-Plane. Yeah, we'll see some other airplanes when we get to Memphis. With world traffic, I have to have ground routes, and those are kind of a pain in the butt to deal with, so I don't worry about that too much. Nick Leeds. I know, man. Some of the comments. Pretty funny. The thumbnail's GTA because you didn't refresh. I don't know. Don't know what to tell you. That's all on YouTube side. I don't know why people even get upset about that. Whenever I go watch people play a game on YouTube gaming, and it's like usually not. I already expect that going into it. That's not going to be what the thumbnail says. Slapshot. If you want to know if I'm an actual pilot, you can watch my recent pilot blog I just put out not too long ago. But yes, I'm a licensed pilot. Hey, LR Hooser 2000. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Fly to London after. That's not happening. We're not going to London. We're going to Memphis out of Kansas City. Go get some barbecue down in Memphis. All right, let's go ahead and get ready for our before takeoff checklist. Takeoff data is confirmed. Runway heading is checked and set. Heading of 001 in the MCP. All right. Departure and first fix is checked. We're going to go direct to, what's that one on the legs? Grilled. Yep, we're going to grilled. Engine igniter selection. We want those to be on. There we go. And EOAP is checked. Engine wing anti-ice is on. Oh, the wing is. Bank angle, it went 15 degrees, so we can just go to this big one right here and just click it once to the left. There we go. ART switch is on auto. TRP is on takeoff. FMA takeoff. Fuel balance is checked. 23,800 pounds there. And spoilers are armed. Stabilizer trim is set for takeoff. Auto brakes RTO. Lights coming down now for takeoff. And we'll get this side for this guy too. Those are all on. Fantastic. We are pretty much ready for our departure. Let's have a look at this baby on the outside here. Beautiful. All right, so we are clear for takeoff on runway 1 left. Dump the fuel. Jesus. Yeah, let's dump the fuel so we can't get anywhere where we plan on going. We're lining up now. So with this airplane, what we want to do is apply that front pressure on the nose wheel until we reach our V speed, and then it becomes neutral. Then we'll pull back and we'll rotate nice and evenly. And I'm steering with my feet with the rudder pedals. There we go. And just out of, you know, flying this enough that I know this is the center line right here, this little black box. There we go. Go ahead and get these guys up. Let them stabilize. And take off power. Push forward on the yoke a little bit more. And takeoff power is set. Here we go. Airspeed's alive. 80 knots. Cross-checked. We're heavy today, so we got a long roll. V1. Rotate. V2. Positive gate. Positive rate. Gear up. Positive gate. Yeah, that's the one. There we go. Let's go ahead and switch the auto throttles on. Speed select. And we're going to go ahead and get the heading mode on as well. Turn the autopilot on. There we go. V-speed coming up. 2,100 feet. Let's get our heading back over here. Yeah, we want to go over this way now. So we get on course here. We'll be contacting departure now. Start cleaning the airplane up. Flaps up. Flaps 5. Here's what the passengers see. All the little cars down there on the highway. And we'll start accelerating. Flaps up. Let me in the soup a little bit here. Bring the wing lights in. There we go. Bring that heading around this way a little bit more, because we would be getting ATC vectors in real life to get back on course here. So once that's established, it's close to 5,000. Climb maintain 15,000. There we go. Looking good. Looking good, looking good. We can switch over to VNAV mode now. If it will let us. River speed mode off. VNAV selected. Well, we should be able to get on it now for nav. So nav, VNAV, climb. There it is. EPR to 150. And look at that. Look at these clouds up here. I'm using a new weather package. It's called Ultimate Weather XP for X-Plane. So flaps are up. We're cleaned up. Wing lights can come off. Nose lights can come off. And we're just still flying the airplane We have a, what you call it? Call it a sterile cockpit till 10,000 feet. So we're coming back on course now. Beautiful. All right, it's coming back. So once we get up to cruise, I'll be able to talk to you guys a little bit more, or on the climb out. Right now, we're just managing the airplane, so it's getting a little crazy. Here's the passenger view back here. Lots of clouds. You're still in some soup, I'll tell you that right now. Climb through 8,000 feet. Still looking good. Alright, we can do after landing checklist. After takeoff, landing gears up, lights out, engine igniters. We can go ahead and put those off. Alright, fantastic. Air conditioning and pressure is checked. Bank angle is selected. Over, we'll go to that guy there. ART switch is auto. Flap slat. We need to make sure that guy's gonna be in climb mode actually. Let's go and go to climb. Flaps are up, lights are out. Auto brakes. Go and turn those babies off. They already did automatically. Very nice. TRP is set to climb. Hydraulic and auxiliary transition pumps, they can come off. So trans off and aux off. Center fuel tank as required. Altimeters will cross-check those at 18,000 feet. Still climbing through 15,000. Going to flight level 330, so let's go ahead and just get the MCP dialed in for that, so we don't have to worry about it. We don't have an ATC, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff, so that's fine and dandy. We're just kind of doing a little bit of a step, it looks like. And let's bring the range out a little bit. There's grilled out there. Nothing on the radar, we're good. So everything's looking wonderful. Let's look at that view back there. So we crossed to 10,000 feet. We're just going to ding and let the flight attendants know that they can start their drink service. So whenever you're on an airplane and you're climbing out of the airport, you'll hear that ding. That's usually around 10,000 feet. So everything so far is looking pretty good. Wings are still on the airplane. You got it, Don. The Crafter Animations. How you doing today, man? All right, 12,000 feet, still climbing. And the airplane did accelerate past 250 knots after 10,000 feet because we're on the VNAV climb. Still, FMS EPR flight level 330 is all set. Wonderful. Let's go to our climb checklist next. Go to the climb. Altimeters. We'll do that. Climb checklist is after 18,000 feet. So right now is the boring phase of the flight where we just did our departure out of Kansas City and we're on our way to Memphis. Momo, you missed the pre-flight and the departure out of Kansas City. We're just climbing out of Kansas City now to Grilled Intersection, heading to Memphis. Can I do the 787 Dreamliner, Nathan? I do not own it, so couldn't tell you. You have to learn all the different airplanes and all the systems to fly them correctly, and it can be a much, so. Time for some Jack Daniels, I think. There you go, Sultan. Bye, Anshul. Fuck you too. Bye-bye. Watching Sydney, Australia. Very cool stuff. RJ, Rilo Ken. Yeah, Nicole's back there sleeping. She's back here. Looking at the clouds. Oh. Look how pretty those clouds are. Oh, Instapopper. We just probably went over a VOR or whatever for a weather reporting station, so it's going to update. Flying the Big Mama Juju. How do you set flaps right? I never understood it. Flaps are, like in this airplane, a normal flaps is 11. So it's just based off of the speeds. And you can see right here, here's your speeds for the flaps. So 11, 280 knots, indicated airspeed, 0.57 Mach. So these are the flap down speeds and slats. So you just clean them up on the way out the same way you would when you don't need them anymore. But it'd be 11 for that. Christophe Bogage. We are flying to Memphis. To Memphis. Happy birthday there, Sports Era. All right, 17,000 feet. One to go to our transition. And a transition just means we're going to go to standard. So our altimeter will be reset to 299er2. Abigail Harries. Hello. The speedometer. There's no speed. Well, it's the speed gauge is right here. So we're doing 0.605 Mach, indicating about 290 knots. And a knot is 1.15 mile per hour. I think that's the conversion. I don't remember. All right. Michael Davis. Yes, I checked the thumbnail of the stream. It's not on my end. I got to say that 1,000 times. It's not on my end. It's not on my end. It's not on my end. There's 18,000 feet. Let's go ahead and go to 299er2. Set. All right, and climb checklist. Altimeter is set. Transition altitude has been crossed. Aircraft and engine performance. We're monitoring it. Everything's great. Climb checklist complete. Headed up to flight level 330 today. What's going on, Stanley? How you doing, bud? Am I gonna make another division video, Andrew? Yeah, I plan on it eventually. I just have a lot of different stuff I've got going on right now and all that, so. See ya, James. Thanks for hanging out, buddy, as always. Appreciate it. We don't crash airplanes in X-Plane, guys. We fly them. If you want to crash airplanes, go play Grand Theft Auto. We don't do it for here. Get my commercial pilot's license, get into an airline. Well, mainly because it's extremely expensive. And I have more fun flying recreationally than if it was for pay. Will McAllister, we ate at Murray's in Columbia, if you're wondering. I don't know if I'm going to make it to Sun and Fun because we're going to PAX East. I'll be at PAX East, and then not sure about Flight Sim Con. It's still up in the air. Depends. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it down to Lakeland, unfortunately. Why is the outside white? Well, it's called the visibility is bad. Even though we're climbing out of a high pressure system, this system is putting snow down actually. But you can see it's pretty clear out there. We just got a little bit of haze layer. Let's look at the weather in Memphis on our sim brief page here. Memphis is showing winds 32012, gusts 19, 10 statute miles of visibility, broken at 5,000, altimeter 3024, and this is the TAF, so we can see what it's doing. 6 statute miles, 666, so it's all going to be the same, scattered at 500 feet. We'll see what it's going to be like once we get into Memphis, but it's looking like pretty similar conditions to what we just saw coming out of Kansas City, so. Yes, Mike Utchman, there is a Flight Sim Con. It's up there in the northeast. Up in the northeast. Hey, yo. My allergies are doing better, man. Doing a little bit better. I lost my voice completely last night. It was crazy. I get asked a lot, Nexus Arts, if I do play Infinite Flight Simulator. I did a couple of years ago, but the person that's flying around in there on the multiplayer is not me. It's an imposter. I haven't played that in a couple of years. I used to play it when I worked at the airport, just, for in between. There's our turn over Bravo uniform Mike. See the turn from the wing view here. Panda, you are awesome, buddy. Thank you. You don't have to donate, but you know, I do appreciate it when you guys do. But thank you very much. I would, because he knows what he's doing, aka he does it for a living. Plus, he's very funny and entertaining. Good job, Jeff. Hope to see you on GTA Online. A call running from the cops first. Thank you, Killer Panda. That's awesome, dude. I am not streaming on Twitch, Dale. No, I am not. We're here on YouTube Gaming. Hasn't changed. Open that range out a little bit more. We can see Springfield VORs down there. I used to fly. I used to get to fly into Springfield a long time ago. I love that airport down there. If you have an engine fire, you have to shut it down in flight. Yes, that's what these handles right over here are for. And these are the tests. These are the loop B tests. So if I press this,
fire, right engine. See,
that's the test. So if we actually did have a fire in the right engine, that would make that sound and alert us over and over again until we silenced it. You're gonna hear a lot of stuff about it, you know, constantly going crazy. So this airplane likes to make a lot of noise, especially on approach. They like to bitch at you and yell at you. Have you ever been to Washington State? No, I have not, Trav. I've always wanted to. It's beautiful up there. I have. No, Xavier. No. There you go. Bye-bye. Can be a prick. We can be a prick. Planes I've flown since I am a pilot. Mainly I've flown small single engine airplanes. So I've flown 172Rs, 172 SPs, the M model, the N model. I've flown, I have a couple hours because I knew a captain and got to fly a Metroliner twin turboprop 2,000 horsepower airplane. So I've flown that. I've flown an Aeronca Champ, a tail dragger airplane, and I've flown the 182 TC. Those are all the airplanes that I've piloted. Now in a level D simulator, I've flown airplanes like this, a DC-9, and I've flown a 757 up in Minneapolis. It was a full FAA level D sim. That was awesome. Minnesota, 1 to 2 feet of snow. Man, yeah, it's getting crazy up there. There are bird strikes in this game, yes. If you have them turned on. I think I turned them off because I got tired of seeing the birds all over the place. So they look like gravel to me. Gravel birds, gotta love it. All right, let's make this cockpit a little darker up here. We'll turn that floodlight off. Just enjoy that. Well, Ed, if you can only get replies from girl cams, have at that, buddy. The seating position, we can change it anytime we want. We can go up higher like this if we want. Like that. You like that one? We'll go down a little tad there. That's probably good right there, and then bring it up. Let's try that one. Let's go with that seating position. I think you're right. I think it was a tad low. I had it on whatever was default, so we can always adjust it on the fly. Is there turbulence in this game? Yes. You will see us hit turbulence if we do hit turbulence, and it will rock you. The greatest thing about X-Plane is that you can't go flying into thunderstorms. You know, like in FSX and Prepared, you can just go fly into a thunderstorm, like, you know, and have no consequences. In real life, you don't, and airplanes fly around those storms for a reason. In X-Plane, it will kill you. It will. It'll roll and throw your airplane all over the place, just like real life would do. So we don't mess around with that stuff. Awesome, Drew. Yeah, I like this a lot better. Thanks for pointing that out. I forgot to double check that. So I appreciate it. I need to go to the left. There we go. Right there. But I love it because we can fly around the cockpit all we want with the camera. I'm going to show you guys around. Look at that. There's the nose with the American Airlines textures. All that stuff. Pretty cool. Down here, there's all the oxygen tanks and stuff. There's the co-pilot side. Look at all the wires all modeled underneath there. The Rotate MD-80 is really awesome. I absolutely love this airplane. I love it. I love it. There you have it, crapper. One right there. Go flying through thunderstorms will rip the damn wings right off your airplane. Yes, done. Nightbot is here. Nightbot's been needed to be on this chat for a long time, and I haven't done it until recently, so that's what's going on with that. Now, our top of descent is going to be right here where Hull intersection is. See? Top of descent, TOD there. It's a little green circle. So that'll be our top of descent, meaning we need to be down at Hoog intersection at flight level 260. So what that means is once we get closer to Hull, we'll go to 260 on the altitude. And then once we have that dialed in there, the airplane will start its descent based off of the FMC and VNAV. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, you can barely hear me when you go to the back of the airplane. Yes, that is because if you get closer to the engine, it's louder. I love people that say like, fuck you or whatever in the chat and they can't even spell my name right. That is hilarious. It's always funny to me. If you're gonna be like, if you're gonna ever leave like hate comments, or you're gonna be mean to somebody, you should really learn how to, you should always spell what you're doing a little bit better than you do, because it always ends up that way. But you know what? People that leave shit like that on your comments anyway are people that are unfortunately not that smart, so. RJ, I haven't had any Coca-Cola today. I'm all out. All out. I had some coffee earlier, but right now I'm just skating off of normal energy. See, we're starting to get that broken layer of clouds now just over us. So on our descent into Memphis, we'll probably hit some clouds. Remember, we're climbing to flight level 330, so I expect we'll be at that a little bit after Springfield. Hey, Elliot Haywood from California. Hello from Missouri. Welcome. Yeah, at least use a spell checker. That's correct, Dorito Country. You got that right. You can go as high as you want. You can go up into space if you wanted to. They have a space shuttle in X-Plane. I'm no longer going to answer those questions about the thumbnail, guys. If you want to have the correct thumbnail, just refresh your cache or whatever. But YouTube is really slow to change all that stuff. We should all know this if you follow any YouTube gaming stuff. It's always been an issue with them. Malik Cole, is there a demo of this game? Yes, there is, and you can go grab it, and it behaves just like the full game. So you can get it dialed in however you want, kind of memorize the settings and everything, and decide before you purchase it. But yes, it's a full demo, and I loved it because I did the demo and it made me really want to get the game. So, Frank Lear, my day is going well, man. Thank you very much for that. I hope yours is going well as well. All right, everything's going by bang. It's all good, man. Yeah, I will definitely check out the beanbag gun, but thank you. Who do I want to win the NASCAR race today? Kurt Busch, as always. As always. The next Siege video, I don't know, Ben. With Rainbow Six, like, I'm not a first-person shooter kind of person at all. I'm not very good at them. Never claimed to be. I just have fun with them. Brayton Brunette. Brayton Brummett. Thank you so much, dude. You don't need to, but I really appreciate it. I love videos. Just want to say you do a great job of making good quality, entertaining content. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you, Brayton. I appreciate that, and I'm glad you're here today to hang out with us on this flight. So, just like I said, you know, we're going to be just past Springfield, Missouri, where we're going to have the our top of climb, TOC, and the airplane. Once we get to 33,000 feet, there's our turn. We're going to hear the engines pull back as we slow down and get into cruise speed. So we're almost there. We're right now over Springfield, Missouri, heading south towards or southeast towards Memphis. So I love the Airbus A320. It's fantastic. You do some more pilot vlog. Yes. If I have an opportunity to go fly, I'll record it. But you know, it's not something like a video game. You can't just go fly anytime you want to. You know, weather is an account, and it's expensive to operate those airplanes and stuff like that. So it's not as easy as a lot of people seem to think. And I was actually starting to laugh because I was getting people telling me to fly a 757 or fly this, and it's like, dude, this is real life. You have to have a lot of training in those airplanes and be type rated in them to ever fly them, let alone be able to show that in a video. All right, so see, we're at flight level 330, and here comes the power coming back now. We're gonna put it into cruise mode. There's cruise set and the TRP. All right, and cruise checklist. Radar check. Continual checks. Fuel quantity 20,786. We're good there. VHF frequencies, we're not worried about that. Aircraft and engine performances, we're monitoring it. Cruise checklist is complete. That's awesome, Nicholas Green. I'm glad I can inspire you to get past all the crashes of LSPDFR. I know, man. It's a pain in the butt. And it's funny because, you know, I deal with it too, but I don't upgrade to the newer versions ever. I've learned to not do that until it's completely stable, because anytime a new version comes out, it's just toast. Does not work. $9,000 office setup. Yeah, I need to do a new one because I have new monitor and stuff. That's a good idea. I need to make another setup video, so that'll be cool. Oh yeah, seatbelt signs. Good idea. Let them know that they can. Let them know that they can get up and move about. Very good idea. And I'll show you here. Damn person here. But we're gonna go take a walk through the aisles anyway, just because we can. Adrian Hunter Williams, I use a Electro Voice RE20 dynamic microphone. Before I didn't. Before I was using other stuff. There's the flight deck door. Look at this. We can see out the porthole. Look at that. Make some coffee if we wanted to. Can I make some coffee? Here's the flight deck door. And all that stuff. Pretty cool. Neat stuff, eh? Very neat stuff. Long haul flights in X-Plane. I normally don't do those in Nexus just because it's so many hours, and recording all that is just a nightmare, and not to mention I don't have the time to do that. So that's why I don't do those a lot. Thomas Andrew, we departed out of Kansas City, Missouri, and we are headed to Memphis, Tennessee. Sorry to hear that, ADFE. Hey, Spisak J. Thank you, buddy. I'm glad you're here hanging out. That's awesome. Smokey the Bear 911. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Tyler. Welcome back. Well, I'm glad you like the LSPDFR vids, Liff. Hey, Lone Wolf. Welcome to the channel, buddy. Glad you're here. Glad you are here. Bradley, you've missed the departure out of Kansas City, and now we're at cruise. We just passed the Springfield, Missouri, and you can see here's our arrival into Memphis. So top of descent's coming up soon enough. I use the keyboard I use, Shimor, is the Razer Chroma Black Widow Chroma. That's what it is. Razer Black Widow Chroma. That's what it is. 0K, I use a MSI GTX 980. 4 gigabyte card, 32 gigabytes of RAM. I've got a 5930K i7 processor overclocked to 4.0 gigahertz. And it's all water cooled and all that. My opinion of the Airbus A380 Viper Fish, I like it. I like all airplanes. They have wings and engines on them. I usually like them. Usually. Well, I drive a Kenworth 900, Brandon. No, they do nothing for me. I don't like them that much. 747 100 series. That's an old version of 747. Maybe you mean the 200 or the 400. The 200 is an older version too, but the 100 is really old. But nah, then the only 747 they have for X-Plane is 747 800. And I do need to look into buying that one. It does sound good to me, but I really want to get the 767. So, what's the deal with this game? Boring as fuck. It's a flight simulator. It's not for everybody though. So if you don't like flight simulation, you don't have to be here. By all means, you can leave. This game is not boring if you know what you're doing, and it's very satisfying to go from point A to point B. It's no different than, Euro Truck or American Truck Simulator. You're going from point A to point B. Just doing it as realistic as we can. But it's not all automated systems and everything, so there's a lot of stuff you got to monitor. It's a little bit different. Alpha Squad, it's all good, man. But I'm glad you're subscribed now. Not a big deal. Dustin, custom PCs, you're better off with like PC parts picker and stuff like that, and getting help on forums. But building a PC is going to be a lot better than, not at all. Let's see if we can see the wing tip over here. Can we see it? Yep, barely. Right around the corner there. See it? Barely see it. There it is. Right there. Very cool stuff. Very, very cool stuff. We're almost to Memphis, guys. Almost. Make an emergency landing. It's not going to happen, Roll. Sorry. No need for it. It's not all about emergencies, fires, and crashes. It's about flying an airplane from point A to point B as safe as possible. That's what it's all about. Do a barrel roll. Lols. Oh, Nightbot got it because it was all caps. Had a King Air fly over you. To an ILS. Nice. Man, all the chat moves so fast, it's so hard to keep an eye on all that stuff. My favorite airplane, Mr. Doggy, is the Boeing 727. GoPro videos. How old are you? I'm 32. I'll be 33 this year. 33. Churchy tree. Can you crash? If you want to download the demo of X-Plane and crash airplanes, feel free. It's not for me. Can I drop a beat, Nathan Rich? There you go. Drop the beat for you. RJ, thanks, buddy. Support my coke addiction. Good old Rilo Ken. That's funny. I like that one. That was funny. Good stuff. The required distance between two airports where pilots must turn the seatbelt. Sign on? Good question. I don't know. I'm not a commercial pilot. Blow your engine pulls. No. Well, landing in X-Plane's all about. It's all about practice. Practice makes perfect. It does. I was never, just good at landing airplanes and stuff, and I'm still not good at landing this thing. This thing is tough to land. I'm not gonna lie. Mainly because you got those engines so far back there and all that weight. You got to keep that speed in like a lot all the way to the to the runway. And if you start pulling that power out a little too early, it'll drop on like a rock. So it's all about flying the airplane to the runway, flaring, and then pulling the power back ever so slightly. I did a little bit better on my landing in Kansas City before this flight. I flew from St. Louis to Kansas City. I had a pretty decent landing there. It still bounced a little bit. So I'm still learning with this airplane. It's tough. I'm not gonna lie. The demo is called I think it's the X-Plane 10 demo. You can get it on their website. We are going to be landing at Memphis, squad. Hey, Zacco Gaming. Good luck with your piano recital, man. I play piano too. I love it. A good old piano. Why does Nightbot take all caps down? Because if you're sitting there writing an entire thing of all caps, it's annoying to everybody in the chat. So it's called spamming, and Nightbot times you out for 5 seconds. But if you didn't learn your lesson the first time, they'll time you out for 600 after that. Flying above the clouds at flight level 330, 33,000 feet. Do I like carrier jets? Yes, I do. F-18s, you name it. Love all that stuff. The F-35 Lightning. Cool airplane. I think all of those military jets are awesome. I love going to a air show and watching them do the demos. Have you ever flown a 737 in a simulator? Yes, I have. In fact, you can go look it up. I did a Southwest flight from Kansas City to St. Louis. It was a very popular FSX video. If you want to go check that out, I was flying the PMD G73 back then. And I walked away from thousands of dollars in add-ons with FSX. But you know what? I just might, because it's not looking like anytime soon X-Plane's going to have Oculus Rift support, unfortunately. So I just might have to reinstall FSX Steam Edition and start putting some add-ons in there, because that new fly inside FSX looks incredible. And I'd really, really like to see what that would be like. So that'd be pretty cool. I like flying in the day or night, and rain or clear weather. Weather, it doesn't bother me. I love night flying. People don't like night flying on videos, but I personally like it a lot, because X-Plane does such a great job of it. It looks really good. Jeff, where do you stream iRacing? I stream it right here on YouTube on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Oh, Battle Boy's in trouble there. I saw a bunch of crap and it insta-gone. Oh, 600 seconds too. That was a double whammy. The junk F-35 wasting money. That's good. Yes, I will be watching the race after we land. And they shut down the stream. I'm gonna go watch the race. It's only 1 o'clock now. They'll start it in an hour and a half from now. We're almost to our top of descent, so they want us to go down to flight level 260, so we'll just go ahead and dial that down. There we go. And we'll be ahead of the airplane for its descent. No ATC, Rich. If I wanted to go on Pilot Edge or whatever, I would. Main reason why I don't fly in Pilot Edge that much, I did enjoy it whenever I do, and I enjoy doing it with Ty. I don't fly a lot in California. I fly a lot in Midwest and down in Florida and stuff. And if they expand that ATC coverage, then I'll use it more. But I'm just not a big fan of California that much. The airspace system and the airports out there. And it just seems like you're always flying to the same airports over and over. Jake, I am not instrument rated. No. That's what I was talking about in that flight vlog, that I'm going to get together with Jim and he's going to help me get my instrument rating done, because he's a CFI. Almost to our top of descent. Going to be right at Pole intersection. And we'll begin our descent to Memphis. Back to Memphis. When was your first ever flight? Well, if I rode on a 737-200 Southwest Airlines back in the late 80s. My grandma took us from St. Louis to Kansas City just to fly on an airplane. Really neat experience. Got to go up to the cockpit and stuff, and I got my wings. All right, so there goes the airplane. We're turning towards Hoog. It pulled the power back, and we are in a descent now to flight level 260 initially. And then as we get closer, we'll go ahead and descend to flight level 150. As you can see here in the route page, in the legs, these are speed restrictions here on the left, and that's the altitude restrictions for those areas. So the airplane's going to descend to Hoog at 290 knots at flight level 260. Same thing for barbecue. And then Fincher's going to be 280 at 15,000, and so on and so forth. And you can see the other ones on the next page. There's all the other altitude restrictions and speed restrictions. But obviously, the airplane knows if I'm below 10,000 feet, I'll have to slow down. Let's look back here at the wing. It's really beautiful off to the left. It's just hazy in front of us. But that's A-okay. Anatole, yes, this is an MD-80. Let's look outside. I forgot. We haven't looked outside in a while. It's just loud. Look how beautiful it is. She's gorgeous. Very nice looking airplane. Love it. Hoog is an intersection. There's all these invisible intersections that airplanes fly to. They're like invisible highways in the sky, pretty much. Airways are and stuff. They intersect to each other, but they're just, they're in a database. So all the airplanes kind of follow each other on arrivals and departures. So ATC pretty much knows what's going on. Darth the Gamer. Do I remember you? Yeah, if you did, you had a different name. Darth the Gamer. Sounds a little familiar, but I can't remember. I'm sorry. Updated paint job? I don't know if they painted the MD-80s. Did they repaint the MD-80s? I'm not really sure if they did. Not too sure about that one. The Just Flight MD-80? That's probably the CLS one, but yes, I've done a video on it actually. Back when I did FSX videos. Dream job, what you do for a living right now. YouTube is the dream job. It's always the dream. It's never what you expect. You don't go doing YouTube and expect anything out of it. And I certainly didn't think it was going to be what, you know, it turned into, but it is the dream job. It's absolutely incredible. Shane, that is awesome, man. Good luck on your first flight. You're doing a discovery flight. What game is this, or is it real? This is, well, this is X-Plane. See, we're hitting a little bit of turbulence. You can just barely kind of see we're hitting up and down. As we cross through the clouds, it'll get worse. One to go. Let's descend and maintain 15,000. 15,000. There's our vertical speed. Looking great. Oh man, it's gonna be a hell of a descent coming into Memphis right now. There it goes. If you're the passenger on this airplane, you're gonna be getting some ears popping. That's for sure. All right, still coming on down. I find it so funny. People are just gonna show up to the stream and say, "This is boring," and just leave. If it's boring, leave. It's not for everybody. That is for sure. Oh, World of Tanks, Spisak. No, I'm not a big fan of World of Tanks at all. It's not for me. I like World of Warships. I need to play that again. It's been a while. Excuse me. Had to cough. We'll worry about the seatbelt signs around 10,000 feet. There's probably still people in the lab and all that stuff on the descent. We'll go ahead and ding them, let them know. Oh, that's the emergency lights. There you go. Happy? Put the seatbelt sign. Oh my God, the plane's going down. We didn't ding them. We didn't ding them. Oh no. We're all gonna die. I know. It's so funny. All over a seatbelt sign. It's like people that get upset about the landing lights at 10,000 feet and all that stuff. It's like, dude, And if you're in a real airplane situation, you're not staring at 10,000 feet. You're not like, there's 10,000 feet, landing lights now. Same thing with seatbelt signs. It's whenever you can get to it. But yeah, no, that never happens. Like whenever we fly real airplanes, you know, it's part of a checklist. You do it, you know, and it's not the end of the world if you forgot it, because that's what a checklist is for, to remind you to do something. We're almost to the barbecue intersection. Good old barbecue. And then Fincher's going to be 15,000, then 11,000 to Beard. So our next altitude saying is going to be 11,000 feet. We'll pick up the ILS for 36 right into Memphis. As long as you've watched a YouTube live stream, well, that's awesome, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Here comes the turn. Let's watch from the wing view. I love those clouds. It looks so good. That's really cool, Shane. Really cool. You want to see a real cool view? You can see the flyby view. It's 6, 7, 2, 2. Here it is. Look at this. Gives you a sense of just how fast these airplanes are going up there, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Oh man, look at this. We're nearly 4,000 feet per minute down. We're gonna have to pull some speed brakes out for this one. We are. To help assist with that. That's a hell of a descent. I don't know why VNAV is like, hey, let's get the airplane down. It's like, all right, if you want to. So we gotta apologize to our passengers that their ears are gonna be popping like crazy because our FMC's like, hey, 4,000 feet per minute. Here's 18,000 feet. Let's look at our arriving stuff here. Some brief says destination altimeter is going to be 3024. Black screen, that's not good. 3024. Let's go ahead and set it. 3024 set. Alrighty, we do our descent checklist now. Descent, approach, and landing briefing has been performed. Landing data is confirmed. Altimeters are set. We just crossed our transition altitude. Hydraulic, aux, and trans pumps can come back on now. These guys, bink and bink. Radio altimeters set. Hydraulic systems on and checked. Pressurization is checked and set. Descent checklist complete. Let's double check our landing altitude. 600 feet. Barrow is going to be 30. What was it? 3024. Oh, 11,000 next. So 3024 on the landing barometer. All right, there. That'll work perfect. And now we do our arrival. Here's the arrival. You can see it pretty decently there. Let's go to 10 miles and descending. Then we can bring the speed brakes in now. Wow. We just had a weather change there like crazy. Bring those up a little bit. Don't need those so far out right now. We're doing A-okay. Yeah, so one thing, it's like any flight simulator, you get those popping transitions because you go from a weather station to another one. It's like, boom. I really wish they could transition that stuff a little bit better. All right, so now we're going direct to Jesty. Direct to Jesty. But those clouds look great, don't they? They sure do. All right, 13,200 feet. Looking good. Get our heading where we want it because we're going to have to keep it right there for now because we're going to go to heading selection when we try to pick up the ILS for 36 right. So it's going to take a little bit. 2,000 feet per minute. Looking good. Almost a beer. So our next altitude restriction is going to be 4,000 feet down that way. Let's just go ahead and put that to 4,000. There we go. 4,000 is set. All right, we'll be on the ground shortly. They're just FMC's just rocking us down here. They're just like, we're getting on the ground soon. In-flight drinks today, Dorito Country, is Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola products. Keyboard controls for pitching and turning. Well, I believe on the keyboard those are just your arrow keys, but I don't know. I use a yoke, I use a throttle quadrant, and pedals. So I can't help you there. Sorry, bud. The airplane, you can get it on xplane.org store. It's $60. It's hefty, but the new version, this is version 1.1, and they made a lot of improvements to it, so I think it's great. All right, there's 10,000 feet. Getting closer there, we can bring our speed brake in, and we pull it up because that will arm it. Auto brakes can go to medium. While we're at that, just doing flows. You always do the flows, and then once your flows are done, then you do the you do all your cross checks with the checklist. Do I ever invest in the gauges? I don't know what that means. But no. I don't know what that means. Sorry. Do I like Mountain Dew? Yes, I do. I love some Mountain Dew. I really like the Baja Blast Mountain Dew. Yeah, the Dark Realm. Any airplane, any add-on aircraft that you're going to get for a sim is going to be on top of what you already pay for the sim. Yes, it's always been that way. I mean, people have to make this from scratch. You know, they have to model all this. They have to texture it. They have to do all the programming of the gauges and everything. It's a lot of stuff. Okay, wing lights can come down now. Those are all on. Wonderful. Need to set into this overcast layer. We're almost to Bowen now. So it looks like our final, what's our final approach fix going to be? 2,000 feet at McGee, so I'm going to bring that thing down to 2,000 just in case. It's going to bitch at us anyway, so what I'm going to do is on the approach, whenever we're set up on the ILS and everything, I'm going to just go ahead and pretty much going to have it set altitude to 0 so it won't bitch at us. Because the bitchin' Betty will be like, altitude, over and over, altitude. Hey, Quinn. Glad you're here, buddy. It was nice to see you yesterday and nice to see you here again today. Not Trong. I really missed the heists he did with the rest of Code Zero. Well, it's a matter of just, you know, everybody getting together, and I don't think anybody has any interest in finishing up the heists. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of GTA Online. I like doing the, you know, the Code Zero patrols we do. Those are always a lot of fun to do. But when it comes down to just, you know, GTA Online, not a huge fan of it. See, we're hitting all sorts of turbulence right now. People were asking about it. Let's look at the wing bounce out there. Woohoo! Coming through some turb. Good old turbulence. Okay, so we're on a left downwind now for the runway. Now, what's really cool is, you know, once we selected the ILS approach that we were doing into the airport here, it automatically will have that dialed in. So if we go to the menu and approach, we want to approach anyway. We want to look at that. VRF's gonna be 145 plus 5 is gonna be 150, so we'll have 150 set for all that. 9,000 feet. There's all that good stuff. 2,745 meters. See, has it right there. Course and the ILS frequency already in there. And you'll see what we do once we get down here to Jawa. We're gonna kind of go over to a. Oh, you should be able to see the airport now. There's the airport right off our left. Some houses and stuff. Actually, you know what? It'll be on the wing view. Let's look at it. You can barely see it out there. Can't see it very much. We're still pretty far out. So I'm gonna wait for the airplane to get all lined up and everything, and we'll be ready to pick up the ILS for 36 right. Do I have a girlfriend, bruh? Yes, I do. 2 years. We celebrate 2 years here on the 24th. All right, auto throttles are doing their thing right now. So what we're going to do here in just a few moments is we're going to let the VNAV do their thing on speeds here. And you're going to hear gear or whatever. And that's what we have a horn cut off for that, because the real pilots of an MD-80 have to deal with that crap too. But we're still descending through 5,500. Once we get to 2,000 feet, we can switch over to take it off of VNAV mode and pretty much go to speed selection, and we'll get dialed in for the VREF. But as of right now, we don't have to worry about that. We can go flaps 1 though. That'll help out with the approach. The slats are out now. And if you look here on our limit speeds, we can put flaps down 11 at 280, and we're well below 280 knots. So we can go ahead and go flaps 5. That will help us out with our turn here. All right, guys, I'm going to have to concentrate on the airplane now. And as you can see, when you start putting those flaps down, this baby slows down like a champ. A lot of drag on this airplane. Look at this thing. Good there. So now we're crossing Jawa intersection. We're headed over there to pretty much pick up the ILS here in just a few moments. So we'll be on a nice little base leg for 36 right. There we go. So now what we can do is we can set our heading bug here. 090 like so, and we can go to heading mode now. Go ahead and do that. Pull that guy down. There's heading select. So now we can go to ILS instead of nav. So we'll go to ILS, VOR loc. So we will pick up the localizer here, and in just a few moments, we're going to go to 5 miles. There we go. And we're going to basically make a little turn to the left so we can intercept a nice 45-degree angle to it. About right there. So once it does that, it will pick up the localizer and all will be well. And we'll start picking up the ILS. When we start picking up the ILS, we'll see the glide slope come into play, which will be wonderful as well. Very gusty arrival into Memphis. I'll tell you that right now. Look at this. Look at that wing. Woo. Lots of bounce. Okay, very nice. All right. Should be picking up the localizer soon. Let's go to ILS. We should have picked it up. Is it turning? Because it doesn't seem like it is to me. I don't think we picked up the localizer there. That's all right. We're gonna turn to. Oh. Let's go to this guy. Let's go ahead and try to re-intercept it again. I don't know what it's doing. All right, we're gonna go to altitude hold. We'll go to vertical speed mode here. We'll go down 1,200, yeah, 1,100 feet per minute's good there. And now we go to speed selection mode. And we're gonna bring that baby down. So we want 145 to be 150. So VREF plus 5. Yeah, shut up. We'll kill that horn so it doesn't drive us crazy. And we're gonna try to intercept this again. I don't know why it's not picking up the ILS. That's really strange, if you ask me. But we will try it again. 1 to go, so it'll be 2,000 feet. And we are slowing the airplane up now. We got the airport inside over there. So ILS is just not... Maybe we have to be in arc mode. Try to remember here. I mean, it's showing there. It's got to be something. I'm doing something wrong here. I thought it would have been the VOR loc ILS. I mean, ILS, not going to pick it up. Yeah, I'm not getting it on here. So maybe 36 right doesn't have an ILS. I mean, that's all right. We can just, we have a visual approach. It's fine. There's the power. All right, so we're just going to basically fly the airplane ourselves now. Just to go ahead and disconnect you. All right, gear down. I'll do a visual approach to 36 right. Woo, hello. There we go. There's 2,000 feet. Looking good. Gusty, gusty, gusty. Look at that. Woohoo. All right. So flaps are set. Adding that power in. Get back up on this glide slope. It's just really strange that the it did not have it. Yeah, I mean, it says it has a course and it has an ILS for it, but it didn't seem like it picked it up at all. So I don't know what that's all about. Because normally we get it, you know, right here on this PFD, we would have the ILS stuff, but that's okay. It's nice enough outside to do a visual approach, so I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it, you know. Ooh, man, that is some gusty winds. Nose lights coming down. Let's let the flight attendant know that we're landing. Oh, wrong one. I hate that. Emergency lights are right there. All right, we're good. Back up on the glide slope. We're landing on this runway right here, so we're looking 2 red, 2 white right now. Looking good. We're gonna be turning on it very shortly. So gears down, 3 green. Just gear down, lights down. Flaps are set. Speed brakes are armed. Further down. One more turn to the right here. That is just so gusty, it's unbelievable. All right, so here it goes bitching at us about the altitude. The best way I know to fix that is just to shut it up by doing that. Look at the winds today. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. So we're gonna be adding a little more power than we had originally agreed upon. Man, I've been on an MD-80 before coming into Indianapolis, and it was like this. So it is crazy. See you, Willie. Take care. Not. All right, a little more power. 1,000. We're still high, so we can bring that nose down a little bit. Man, these are some crazy winds. Look at this. I mean, that is insane. Woohoo! And we are crabbed into the wind. Look at this. Still a little high. We need to come back down. But I am freaking fighting that wind. You wouldn't believe. There we go. 500. Bring that nose up a little bit once we get on the glide slope right there. There we go. And that power. Woo! And this is why I like X-Plane. It's a lot more challenging. It's more close to real life how, you know, winds push the airplane around and it flies. It's not all flying on a rail like FSX gives you. So once we get over the piano keys, wow, I did not expect this much wind on approach. We'll add that right rudder here and throw out the crab. All right, here.
40, 30, 20, 10.
And we are down. Woo! That is windy. There we go. And wonderful. Reversers out. Oh, see, that's why we're too far low. Reversers. Whew. Don't forget the flare out. Yeah, got it. Got it there. Whew. That was some wind. That was fun. Reversers are cleared. And now we can watch that monstrosity. I did not expect those winds to be that crazy. I mean, we knew it was gusting to 1.9, but geez. As an MD-80, I guess that's pretty crazy. A little further. There we go. Let's get this view. Let's watch it from the... well, if you look here, like what I'm talking about with the wind is, look. Here's the center line of the runway. If you zoom in here, look how... See how cockeyed we are? It's called crabbing into the wind. You point into the wind so the wind blows you on the center line of the runway. So that's what we were doing there, if you're wondering. Yeah, let's go over here where the guard is. Parked over here where the C5s are. Those are crude looking C5s, that's for sure. Let's watch this arrival. I mean, we were just getting tossed in the wind. That was so cool. Yeah, Daniel, I'd love to see you do better, bud. Sloppy landing. Look at the winds. I mean, you can see right there, that's those final wind corrections, what that all is. We're coming down some more. Adding that power, there's the flare. And that's what you want to kind of hold it right there, but there's where the wind correction is. And boom, we were down. That wasn't too bad. A little pitchy, and then we fly the nose wheel to the ground. Let's go over this way, actually. So we can see from the runway what the touchdown looked like. All right, here. Look at that. There's that power adding on. Look at that. Pushing the dirt. And you can see the wind blowing that thing. That is so crazy. Boom. Yeah, a little too much flare, but hey, I'll take it. And those winds. What the hell happened? Is the X-Plane gonna crash on us? I don't know what it's doing. Yeah, X-Plane crashed. Wonderful. Well, we made it at least without X-Plane crashing all the way. That's okay. What are you gonna do? No, we're good there. Thanks a lot, X-Plane. Thanks for nothing there. But guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. I'm glad you guys came and hung out with us. At least we got to land the airplane. I wish we would have done the whole shutdown, but X-Plane had other options and it crashed. Sometimes whenever you have a long flight like that and you're messing with the replay system, it'll crash the damn game. So we knew that going into it, and that is what happened. So with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all very soon. Tomorrow is Monday, so I'm going to go watch the NASCAR race and all that good stuff and whatnot. So once again, thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.